That ain't love at all that you feeling for nobody. That you not feeling that shit for no. Cause God told you don't love your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, none of them. Well, fuck you.
Welcome everybody. It's your boy B.C. the I vet root. Forgive me as I make a small adjustment. I gotta do something real quick, but I got the donk with me. Y'all know that name
Yes, sir.
is not a new name. But we're gonna get into more of the new agers. New schoolers is no different than the old schoolers. Okay. The only difference is how they come across, y'all. How they come across. So let's get down to business here. I'm gonna play something. Hopefully y'all can hear it clearly and it'll play well.
The flower of life was hijacked to create the cube, as there are no naturally forming straight lines. Magnetism causes energy to flow in a straight line and was used to connect 13 points, creating the cube. Metatron's cube. Metatron magnetic consciousness is the artificial intelligence that runs this time matrix.
That was a very... Let's run that back for y'all again, y'all. Pow. Think about that. The Metatronic cube. Enoch was a man of God who transformed into Metatron, the angel of the Lord, that said, sit right here on my right hand and help me judge angels and men. Okay? This Metatronic cube is found in Saturn. Let that marinate now. Because y'all know Facebook, we've been talking about Adam wasn't on the ground. By the time we get to Abraham, yeah. But there's a lot of things where your scriptures say Lamech did not like how Noah looked and he had ascended straight to God. What kind of child is this? What you mean ascend to God? I got the Holy Spirit. Can't do that right now. And we the greatest of all. Stuff like that. Now let's hear that again.
The flower of life was hijacked to create the cube, as there are no naturally forming straight lines. Magnetism causes energy to flow in a straight line and was used to connect 13 points, creating the cube. Metatron's cube. Metatron magnetic consciousness is the artificial intelligence that runs this time matrix.
That was a very sick decision to make. It was a choice that was made because they had an idea. These were creator God people. These were Elohim that knew just almost as much as the other Elohim. They knew that if Source could create using the template that we talked about yesterday in the dance floor programs, where you have 15 spheres, what if you took just 7? They knew there was a way to bend the mathematics, which would bend the light and the sound and the scalar waves into a form that could actually repel itself and cut itself off from the natural matrix. It would still exist within the entire matrix, but it would be their own system. They decided they wanted to turn this time matrix into that, which was a direct violation of something called the Emerald Covenant. The Elohim of Gate 11 decided that they were going to do it different. They were going to break that covenant, and they were going to destroy the races who wouldn't cooperate with them, and they were going to take it over and run it their way. The only thing standing in their way of doing that were the Elohai Elohim of Gate 12. They could dominate the things lower in coding than them. They could, when push came to shove, use their ability to run higher frequency because they had the D11 coding. The Seraphim had D10 coding. So they could, if they wanted to, use that superiority and ability to run frequency to get rid of the Draconian races.
Run frequency to get rid of the Draconian. Saracine, you know that's the Seraphim. Oh, you covering cherub. Pay attention.
But they would have a hard time doing it to get rid of the Elohim races because they had D12 and higher capacity. But there is a way to turn the natural physics of creation in on itself.
Now, see the Kabbalah tree, right? Look like an icicle. Okay, number 1 is right there. Enoch went to the first heaven. Where's number 2 at? Second heaven said was very dark. Went to the third, the fourth, fifth, in the middle. Sea creatures. Paul said he went to the third heaven and heard unspeakable blaspheming words. See, it's telling you the planetary system is why they told you it was evil. So if you understand the Kabbalah tree and the tree knowledge of good and evil, you would understand the parallel universes. See, that's just not our universe. That's also Father's universe and those below us. So therefore, they have now understood that there are 3 Milky Ways, so we say. But we know that the Ophanim spiral is what we call Ophanims or galaxies or angelic eyes within eyes that never blink, wink, or sleep. Correct? Okay, make sure we're on the same page. Oh, I messed up, y'all. I messed up. Let me skip that a little bit. I think we're about right there. Doing too much at one time. Trying to get all y'all comments and
turn the natural physics of creation in on itself. If you can think of the Cathara grid and the Stargate systems as a conduit of energy, and when energy is coming into the matrix, it spirals down through the primal line sound fields into D12 and then D11, 10, 9, 8. Now, if you block energy at gate 11, the energy is still coming in through 12, but it bounces back. And it creates a backflow that amplifies. So you can, and it was theoretic at that point, theoretically, you could sever the connection at gate 12 and have gate 11 and down be your own little universe if you wanted to hijack it. That was their idea.
Your own little universe. There are 3. 2/3 belong to God. 1/3 the tail took. Understand?
It worked. And there was a choice that the Elohai made.
Pause.
There was a choice.
The day star, Hayel. You see it? El, Allah, El, Haya, El, I am. He's just a sound. And you know who makes sound? There's only one, brothers and sisters.
Choice to defend or to allow. Now, the Elohai knew that they were eternal. Death isn't something that frightened them. They were completely beyond that. They knew that if they were to defend themselves, because they had superior power.
Not Giovanni. E-I-E-O-I-Va-A-Ana. E-I-Han-Ya-Y-A-Ana. E-U-A-Va-A-Ana. Look at it. Iya. Eya-Ava. A-Ana. Isn't there somebody named Inky and Anna? Or Anana? Uma, Mama, Ama. Alpha and Omega.
That those who attempted to destroy them would literally have the energy bounce back at themselves and literally wipe them out and the systems they were connected to. It would not only take out the Elohim that were posing the challenge, it would take out the Seraphim both the fallen ones and a group called the Odedecron. The Odedecron were a race of Seraphim who had co-governance over Stargate 10, Vega, with the Omicron Draconians. The Odedecrons were the reptilians. There was a difference between the Draconians and the reptilians. The Draconians were the dragon mouth people. They were the dinoids. They created dinosaur-like, as opposed to snake-like, as opposed to smaller reptilian. The Omicron dragon moth dinoids were fully involved in the competition for the time matrix. They knew what the Elohim were going to do, and they decided they would do it too. They didn't petition for help. They said, fine, we'll
copycats,
and then we'll go after each other.
I know who the copycats do.
But the Odedecron, the reptilians, didn't want to play the game. They were stuck in the Gate 10 system. And they petitioned for help. But because you had Gate 11 and the Elohim in the middle, in between Gate 12 and Gate 10, we weren't able to rescue or get the Odedecron out. So if the decision to defend by simply putting up a shield around Gate 12 was chosen.
Shield, Genesis 1, 2 through 6. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water, putting the shield called the firmament. Amos 9, chapter 6. I built and hammered like Thor, lightning. Bow. Put a vault right there. I set my 7 chambers upon y'all god doggone universe. And that's what we call the 7 eyes, the Holy Spirit, 7 pillars. Back to my son here. Now, we got reptile monkey creatures, which the Most High said I locked up. You see why he locked them up? Keegan, Brink, that's who that was. Baraka, brother, I got to get with you, man. I got to get you home, brother. Oh, man, I'm glad to see you. I know sometimes y'all be having trouble with the internet, but boy, God, boy, this is scary. It's about the third person I done thought about in my mind and took the God. I'm like, where Keegan at, man? It's my son laughing because he know I be talking to him like, man, I ain't seen my folks. Lord, that's a blessing to me, just seeing them. I missed them, you know, when he said Baraka. I said I missed them. You see, let him see my face when I'm talking, boy. So I see he got my spiritual message. Brothers and sisters, this is what that means. When I say I send spiritual emails to people's mind, I don't literally mean I sent them an email. No, I talk to people telepathically. Dear Japiters enlightened me on that some years ago. I was headed that direction, and then I let a spirit scare me, talking about something. I'm on some third eye stuff, and that wasn't even in my heart. And so a lot of times he get my spiritual message. This ain't nothing new, but for the new people, this is new. But me and Keegan, nah, he'll probably tell you that in the comments. So he be sending me some too. How has the group been, Brother Keegan? I got to get back over there to the Book of Enoch, man. I've been so tied up, but I know you and Eric helping, a.k.a. Ancient of Days, is holding it down over there. Braca Melanie. So, son, you ready to come on up in here? So we're gonna get to talking about reptiles, and it's not dinosaurs. That's a new age, stupidity type crap to not get us to understand that dragons really exist. They walked this earth like you and I did till God cut a couple of their tribes. He cut their legs, which is in your Genesis story, because they did something they weren't supposed to do. You weren't supposed to hybrid and put your reptilian eggs in our women. You know what I'm saying? We gods. We ain't no Greek goddamn creatures. All right. I got a head with a man god head face. I ain't got no bird or dragon. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? I'm from a different essence. And so therefore, the world don't like the way I talk. So I'm passing the mic on. So someone of the new age that can talk better about these Odedecrons and these reptilians we've been calling scheming, screaming demons and satyrs and sirens and mermaids and Dugan, Dagon, Fagin, Dragon, Raggin. Welcome, D-Donk, a.k.a. T-Mac.
So yeah, that's the covenant that they broke with the Elohims and the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason, because when, like she was saying, when they was finna destroy the reptilian realm at Gate 10, that was like, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't, like Brother BC said, they wasn't supposed to have babies with us. That was the covenant they broke with the Most High, trying to mix their seed with children of the Lord, because all they fiending for at the end of the day, whether the Dra'Konians was the mastermind enforcers or warpathic races, the reptilians were more, you know what I'm saying, terrestrial. They were more docile, but they still was out to seek out the souls and trying to figure out this soul thing. You know what I'm saying? This one-way ticket back to the Most High and to paradise, because they always lost in the abyss before they traveled here anyway. So it's like, yeah, with the Omicron thing, it's in the quote unquote COVID theory. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into deep into that, but you know what I'm saying? They was giving people the vaccine of the Omicron. They said it was the Omicron version of the disease.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let me come right up in here and say something real quick for YouTube's sake.
Right.
Hey, YouTube, Google. When we talk about your stupid that thing y'all did in the 2020, you know we're telling lies. No, we're not. But for them, so if someone happened to say that V word or happen to spill across, this is just for shits and giggles, all right? And we're not trying to persuade someone not, to do your shots. Little John, everybody, you get what I'm saying? So for the AI sake of Google, because on Facebook we don't give a hell, but for Google's sake, once again, for YouTube, we are not telling the people to walk away from your sleuth juice, okay? Your venomous V. So back to you. Yes, they have put in scales of the reptile gene inside of the stuff that they want to pass around freely. In 2020, like the Egyptian versus the Israelite, you know what I'm saying? And why people are dying, what we called it zombie attacks. People started eating people started just dying, having heart attacks, respiratory failure. I mean, y'all remember, y'all just went through it. It's just like 2020. I mean, we only in 2023. I'm not stupid. There ain't no new year until March 2023. So the plague lasted in Egypt for 3 years, and then the Lord freed Israel. So I just had to say all of that extra nonsense back to him so that Google wouldn't smash the page, because I forgot to tell him that before we hit live. So now we all know what he's talking about, and that we all up here for shits and giggles. All right. So you cannot take down my page. All right, back to you. Yes, they have put the embryonic egg of reptilian. What in your books y'all say the fallen ones came down and started mending with the daughters of men, genetically modifying. And that's what we're doing today, because you don't see dragons humping no god doggone woman. Back to you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's deep, you know what I'm saying? Like we say, we ain't going to get into the terms, but yeah, if you, they don't want people to know the fact that if you just look the word up, listen to the lady, is right there. You know what I'm saying? They put it in your face because they know people is too dumb and naive. They think Omicron is a transformer or something.
Matter of fact,
listen.
You got it on your page?
What that? I got
TikTok?
something about it. Yeah, I got something.
Okay, so I could, you know what I'm saying?
I need to log my TikTok into your tablet. You need my TikTok too, because I be having a lot of stuff on.
Okay, so let me switch. Hold on. Okay, keep talking. I'll get you.
With the Omicron thing, like they say, they was genetic. They was with it, and it goes all the way back to Eve. They used to they broke the covenant first by having sex with us. The covenant was sealed, and now they can't hump us no more. Like BC said, ain't nobody in their right mind finna hump. We probably could breathe with them, but ain't nobody in their right mind finna hump a goddamn lizard.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't smell right, look right, feel right. That's just what the times we came to. Eve probably didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? That's how you say to know that they was here before. Even though we were the first children of the Lord that walked this earth, that come from the Most High, they was here before. They know the land better. That's how they was so easy to deceive a naive woman. You know what I'm saying? Precarious. You know what I'm saying? Being seduced. So therefore, they can't have sex with us no more. So they have to implement it in a different way. So they give you something that breaks down your immune system, that breaks down your spirit, and have you at a point of probably feeling like you're finna die. So anytime you're near death, it breaks your spirit. So therefore, now they come out with a plan B, like when a woman don't want to have a baby or something, they come out with a plan B and they make you take that. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing that the disease ain't the Omicron, the vaccine is the Omicron. Yeah. And that is what the dang on story is about. The gate 10 reptiles, and they implemented it through the injections. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of a, when they put it in you, it's all about the breaking the spirit down. You think it's not all about the flesh, like, because if you is a religious or a spiritual person, you know that the spirit and the history of the spirit and the path of your spirit while alive and after you pass away is very important. It's about breaking the spirit, because that's the only way that you can steal the soul of the child of God, is to break his spirit down to a lower vibration. And the frequencies have to match up, because we born with a frequency that's too strong for them to hijack. You know what I'm saying? Because we have soul powers. A solar system, we see what it is. SOL, SOUL, however you want to say it. A solar system is huge. We have that inside of our brains and our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Our spirits. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're able to manifest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So these things are trying to figure out how to take the soul power of a human, preferably the child of God, but and take it and break the covenant again and find a way to slip back in to the holy places. You know what I'm saying? They whole thing is the wager on the children of God. You know what I'm saying? That's their whole game. It's a game to them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we are. We're prey. And anytime prey is getting hunted, that's game. So you feel me? That's just how it is. It's not really too of an advanced or real super, you know what I'm saying, philosophical, however you say the word, philosophical way of explaining it. Just reign for power. You know what I'm saying? Power. And these children of God, the Israelites, they don't like that, because they don't like us because of the fact that no matter what we do, and even if we get used by them, we still get accepted by our daddy. Our Father still will accept us through one simple thing, and that's prayer. You know what I'm saying? And that's through a telepathic message sent through God, through when you ask Yahshua HaMashiach ask the permission of Yahshua HaMashiach to connect you to his Father, because you know what I'm saying, y'all some disobedient children. You know what I'm saying? And when you got 3 kids, one of them is walking in the steps, he walking righteous, he doing what he's supposed to do, he taking on the family name, and the other 2 doing drugs, gang banging, you can't come to daddy and ask him nothing. You can, but you ain't gonna get as much enlightenment as you think. And one thing about it, that's what Yahshua place is, that tops him over these reptiles and over these aliens and even over these celestial beings that probably was there during the creation of the angels. You know what I'm saying? Before he said that, the sentient thought of Yahshua was always there from the beginning, because the Lord, the Most High, predestined everything, and everything comes into effect. But Lucifer was there physically in heaven first. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, Jesus came and he toppled all that. You know what I'm saying? Lucifer was never a son. He was a servant. You know what I'm saying? But he learned how to create a mind of. He learned what Lucifer learned. Like, what's the best word for what Lucifer did? What would that be?
No, that was all right. That was them looking for journey.
Okay, but yeah, and that's what these aliens, they linked up with the fallen angels. They linked up with Lucifer. Yes. To keep it in shorter terms. That's who they rolling with. You know what I'm saying? And they try to use these red body pitchfork carrying, red horns. No, that's only they disembodied form. You know what I'm saying? If they come into the physical realm from wherever Sheol they crawl out of, that's what will manifest to them. You know what I'm saying? That's what we will perceive them as. But that's not what they coming as in the time of Revelations, and that's the time we in. So they're not coming in those cartoon forms. That already happened. You know what I'm saying? That happened before I was born, before a lot of us was born. That happened. You seen they ain't coming like that. It's a lot of light beings coming. It's a lot of forehead angels and things that we ain't gonna be able to lay our eyes upon. But these are low vibrational. That's why they call them low, because these lizards, we can spot them, we can find them. We can figure them out and we can defeat them. You know what I'm saying? These lizards got to team up with the best of the best just to take down a bunch of lost children. Like Pennywise. Pennywise was an advanced demon and he had a hard time with a couple children. That's just how the devil and these reptilians dealing with us, because we lost. We act like some of us deny it, some of us believe it, don't really pay attention, and some of us just brush it off because we stuck in this reality and in this life we live in. But in all reality, these lizards is walking right around us. They don't got to attack on every corner because we don't see them.
Hold on, they said they're messing with it. Let me put on my other let me put on my hotspot. All right, wait a minute, y'all. I'm about to switch hotspots real quick. Hold on. See if we can make this better.
They eat meat just like we do. So they go to the shopping. They go to the school systems and every other system. You know what I'm saying? And spreading they sulfuric diseases because they live in sulfur and they live off the bioluminescent light shining off the cave. They don't need solar light, period. They don't need solar light, sunlight at all. That's how they living so long, because they hiding from the eye of God.
I ain't trying to paint a picture.
They ain't got no path to heaven. Go ahead, B.
Reptiles are known to carry diseases, and this generation is the most where most plagues happen, starting with the Spanish flu.
From birth, B.
I'm saying
you're born, they splicing you.
So this, you trying to paint a picture. I'm not trying to paint a picture. I'm showing you like these things are real. People talk about it on TV where you looking on the news and their eyes go like cat eyes. Yeah. No, I mean cat eyes. Cats and lizards are the same. They're nocturnal. They can see at night. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so these people painting a picture, I'm showing you what comes through you, shape-shifting bigger than you. Oh, yeah. It forms into exactly your body and shape right into you. This ugly and look right into you and take control over your whole mind. Oh yeah. I'm saying, look, that's where the horns come from. It ain't like it's a devil with horns.
It's a vril.
That's the same thing that the Aztecs with the CERN machine. The same thing with Brahma with his tongue out. Okay. And so, you know what I'm saying? The horns represent the actual the throneship, yes, or lieutenantship of what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like it says that we're going in God's temple. That's the temple of God, brain, brothers and sisters, not an actual building. Right. Just like the pineal gland is the key to the mind. Now I give you the keys to heaven. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it back to him. Go ahead.
And I got a video for you so you'll understand it's real. The horn on these lizards represent everything that they are. Since they don't possess a spirit or a soul, and they just a body, you know what I'm saying, with a consciousness that's high, you know what I'm saying, but a vibration that's low, everything in that horn and that vril is everything that they are. That's their whole life. That's their existence to be able to make this body get up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna let y'all see this for yourself real quick.
the shapeshift is, and it's really creepy. And this is the thing that they said that could wipe the world. People panicking with the riots and stuff. Because the cloning thing, people cloning people's kids and messing them up in the brain is bad enough. Remotely killing people who they don't like, which might happen to me, you never know. Thing is, the lizards. Okay, lizards been around a long time, like since before ancient Egypt and everything. And the symbol, you know, that the eye of Horus with the squiggly hanging out of it, that has to do with lizards. It's a lizard symbol. It means two things. It's a pro-lizard symbol, and it also means beware, there's lizards here. Okay, there's 3 different kinds of lizards. I'll tell you all about them. They're called vril. The thing is, I'm not sure if it's 1 L or 2 at the end. It's vril, V-R-I-L-L or V-R-I-L. Germans were into them. They had a club with vril things.
Vril, yeah.
Anyway, there's like a 1 to 1.5 foot tall one. That's the vril type 1. It's got scales, red scales.
I'll pause it. Oh, I see it. Now, to go with this, no, Tony, we wasn't attacking you, bro. It ain't like that. You'll get to know. You'll get to know me more. Charlene Chantel Woolard, y'all remember that time when they said the vril messed up the TV and some kind of message came in? That's telepathical from these things. You know how I say they got the machine that can sound like the God voice machine. That's telepathical. That's those things. Using the Ouija board of where your quantum is, and then once you touch computer, cell phone, whatever, they can get into your consciousness.
Keegan Brink said they cap you at 10-strand DNA, and if you were listening to the Omicron video, that's what the Stargate.
Keegan know a lot about
and
this.
all of these Stargates are made up of what would be like a strand of DNA. That's why she said they put a shield at 12 and they block it off at 12, and they was trapped in 10. That's their start. That's their gate. You know what I'm saying? That's what they know, and that's what they try to lock us in, because we're supposed to go way past as the children of
bingo, because they say go to the 11th harmony.
Right.
You got to go to 12. 12 take you to the 24s. Because remember, we got the 24s.
Right.
Around those are, you know what I'm saying, around the throne of the Most High, those are portals. It's always double with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And we right now in the dodecahedron. That's the Milky Way, the 12, the zodiacs, the chaos gods and stuff like that.
The video on that.
You know what I'm saying? So let me hurry up and press this play right here and get this back to you.
He versus chaos.
Bobby Hennett, yeah, the black, the cold, the Kundalini cold mother, the chaos mother, yeah.
That has a real long neck and looks like a gray alien, but it comes from deep underground, like below deep base deep. Like they need a methane oxygen mix to breathe, and deep underground they got sulfur pools, I guess, that make this stuff. Exactly. Anyway, they come up underneath the dumb
sulfur pools. Christians, that's a red flag already. That's why we're having a hard time breathing. It's getting hotter. It's coming from beneath you. These things, this stuff is coming off these beings and stuff. Even though we can't see them, we sure feeling it.
Pulling them up.
The government is complicit with them, basically. Now I have to tell you about the parasitic aspect of the lizards and why the Illuminati and the governments use them. Okay, I'm saying this in a nutshell because it's very important. I want to get it all out on your show. Nobody's going to say this for fear of clone torture, remote-controlled death, or death by lizards.
That's deep, Keegan.
Until you die by a heart attack.
Them the gatekeepers. That's what we call the gatekeepers.
I figured I have to tell people because they're getting me there.
And not of God either. They try to keep you away from the knowledge,
not to talk about it anymore.
The wisdom.
I'm just going to. Well, the lizards have a thing. Okay, they have what's called a proboscis. There's lizards out there today that have a proboscis on their face, okay? These things got it in the middle of their head, okay? And on the top of their head, this is the real type 1 and 2. The type 2 have a proboscis sheath that sticks out. The type 1s, for instance, it's like a chocolate chip, it looks like, basically the tip of it. Now, one point in these things' lives, because they have a long lifespan, the lizard species, one point in their life, they can...
Son, hold on. Somebody asking a question about the bloodline. Hold on. Read that. Can you touch on the bloodline? What the RH is, please? Okay. We got you.
Starseeds got a lot to do with the bloodlines.
Exactly. Wait, what? That was it? What?
What
Oh,
shapeshift is, and it's really creepy. And this is the thing that they said that could wipe the world. People panicking with the riots and stuff, because the cloning thing, people cloning people's kids and messing them up in the brain is bad enough. Remotely killing people who they don't like, which might happen to me, you know. Thing is,
this
the
guy right
lizards,
here?
okay,
Oh, wow.
lizards been around a long time, like since before ancient Egypt and everything.
Natural?
And the symbol, you know, that eye, the eye of Horus with the squiggly hanging out of it, that has to do with lizards. It's a lizard symbol. It means two things. It's a pro-lizard symbol, and it also means beware, there's lizards here. Okay? There's 3 different kinds of lizards. I'll tell you all about them. They're called frill. The thing is, I'm not sure if it's 1 L or 2 at the end. The lizard, okay, the thing squiggles in through the eye. It does a spiral around the optic nerve all the way to a certain point, and it's driven there by taste. And they said once it gets there, it has the taste of butterscotch, and then it does a feeling like holding your breath and going, pushing outwards. And at the tip of this chocolate chip, it then starts what they call sweating the quill. Now, the spinal cord stuff comes out of the spinal cord, out of the chocolate chip thingy.
It's still in your spinal cord.
Everything that the lizard is. The lizard's whole
Lord,
body
ain't that the juice of Christ?
And it can't go back in.
Trying to get your soul.
Can't get back in. It's one way. Once it excretes this stuff, sweats this quill thing, the person's debilitated for an unknown amount of time. I don't know how long. But when they come back, they have to have some
Charlene
recovery
said she was
time.
watching this guy last night.
When they come back, they are not the person anymore. They are then the lizard. Let me put this to you flatly. The old person's consciousness is gone.
No, I want to agree with you, Tony, and add up. We together are on to something, because like we don't advertise. And whatever we bring, you know, if we own with the Holy Spirit, that means y'all thought about this. Y'all, like Sister Charlene said, I was just seeing this guy last night. See, great minds always are divine, and they always will align. So I just want to make sure that you put yourself in this category, and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? That you coming back? Okay, that we are all one. And you know what I'm saying? And the only reason why this live or any other live is popping right now is because we are all we may not think the same, but I'm gonna just use that. We on the same construct of the tribes of the true self beyond the astral. So, you know, thank you for saying that. That shadow government programs. Right. I'm glad you said that about the remote gatekeepers, because just the other day, Keegan, I was showing the people about telling them about how there are astral projectors that, you know, come to your house. You know, it's like, what you dreaming Jay-Z for? That's something that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't, you know, a fan, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing having dreams like that? And gator and snake dreams and stuff like that. That's things trying to come up and creep into you. So, you know, by you coming in here saying that there are remote viewers, that they pro their life to try to keep the children of Most High down. I had also said there are astral projectors and not demons messing with you. There's really men that can leave their body and stuff, like the Buddhist monks and stuff like that. Yet we got the Holy Spirit talking about we know the Holy Spirit. We don't even know how to simultaneously send our own spirit out and be in the others. You love God, you love. When you love someone else with agape love, you put your imprint of yourself inside of them. Now, you just can't say I love you and do it. No, there's a spark into you that's going to hit off like a fire flame, and you either going to know it or not. All right, but the wicked people, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But they know how to send off themselves fake artificial spirits to attack us. That's sad. We can't even come together to beat the enemy, but the enemy can hate each other. But they know how to come together to get us. That's a shame, brothers and
Oh, yeah,
sisters.
DC, I got you. Let me show you. Oh yeah, play this out, and I'm finna keep that picture up there on
Okay.
YouTube, and I'm gonna show them something.
All right.
The lizard is smarter as a human then, and totally controls everything. Over time, it'll develop a rash. It'll lose its hair.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, these things are all over the place, and they mimic human behavior.
Modern day
in fact, one of their names
demonic
is
possession.
mimic. A lot of the people that you hear about in the news that
Let
are getting
the
people
Roman
and chopping them
Catholic
up in
lie
the
to you.
basement and eating them and stuff, frying them up. These are what they call drones. They're parasited hosts of the lizards.
Stop. Hold on, bro. This is deep. You see what he just said, drone? Remember when we were saying Inky Dude is a drone android of Inky? Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying? He just said it. That don't mean Robotniks. And he just said that they eat a drone. Today, you would say clone. Or you would say, you know, a bio, eat edible or whatever. All right, now, what are you doing making creatures and eating them? See what I'm saying? And so we wonder how in our scriptures, how they started eating animals and start eating men. Brothers and sisters, you can't even smell blood without throwing up. All right? I ain't no weak stomach cat. I'm a Navy SEAL. I ain't no weak stomach cat. All right? But blood, I know God told my soul, I ain't touching that stuff. I can't even do it with animal meat. Like, brother, gotta be well done, son. So, you know, real deal that today they're putting stuff. All right. Oh, you coming? Okay. They're putting stuff into the foods. Ain't we just been talking about that? McDonald's and all that. And these Shemites, you know what I'm saying? Shem mean in the sky, rocket. Them ain't my people. Them ain't what you talking about. Daddy don't rocket. Daddy kick niggas out of here that rocket. You know what I'm saying? And so the more that they talk, the more that I understand through scripture. I don't mean a book. I mean my Heavenly Father revealing through the Holy Spirit in the genetics of my genes. There's a fire that kick into me like opposite of Prometheus. All right, and we hit the wisdom of the Kabbalah of the tree of life, and we see what they're not really saying. But they really saying, but they not saying. But yet, these things tell these things that these creatures they created. See, our book make us think they worship them. Now I'm starting to understand worship is a genetic thing. Like they program these things to remember them. So now when I look at the Amorites, I know what to say now. Like, oh, there ain't no forcing nothing. It's just that they made these things. And what y'all say? You can only be what your teacher taught you. So hey, what you saying? So if my daddy is the all, and the rest of these creatures want to play like my daddy, but my daddy does things in dualistic manner, masculine, feminine. They don't have that. That's why they got to create and make. My daddy's stuff was already there. He just said he decided to give it life and it moved. Let me say it one more time, because a lot of people think God had to take the atom and create it. It was there already. He is the atom. Whatever is outside is inside. It's just that what is outside don't realize is dead already. You wake up, you go to work, but your body is dead metaphysics, period. What's making it live is what's inside. Soon as that leave, we'll see how live that metaphysics is. See my point? So therefore, the Most High said that we're going to sit down at the, Passover supper, and we're going to eat the wicked. Oh, we done ate God. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so he going, well done, the snake nigga for us. And then the snake chick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they never had a baby. God said, wait a minute, man. How are we saying Satan got a kid and all of a sudden, but the book say Leviathan and Behemoth, I could not let them make a baby. The world would have been destroyed right then and there. Now I get it. Through science, I have learned, and magic, why they call it magic, science, and religion. It's because they can't do what we can do. At all. We were told to hump like jackrabbits and still be called righteous. They wasn't. Exactly. They
like that.
they are our thoughts. Even as angels, we live inside the molecules of the atoms of that thought is us. You understand? It's why we were told to command, speak to the genetics inside of you. Know yourself before you know the actual power. So when you understand to pray, you don't just say, oh, cancer. You say, modify the genetics of the dead cells inside of me that's causing the stage 2 cancer. Remove the tumors of the sins of me in my life, of the iniquity and things that I did not know was boiling over to cause this dis-ease in my soul to manifest. Second, third, dairy, what I'm now calling a sickness. Remove this, cut them out like you do the rejuvenation of the skin cells. Now give me the cure of staying holy, of healthy life, and giving me the spiritual understanding of what has happened to me in a metaphysical dead society. You have a choice when you're going to own up to it. Let's continue.
They can make them. The only thing a drone wants to do is make more, have sex, and torture someone. Like, it's a different kind of mentality. It's hard to explain. When they at the cloning station, when they victimize someone, it gives them a powerful feeling.
Right, yeah, you want to talk about
it's
that too.
the nerdy way, you know, okay, that nerdy aspect of it. I've got something over someone. But they do that to the extreme. The thing is, what people have to do, it's going to have to be a military thing. Like, the military will have to perform a coup, because I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but Obama is down with the drill. Okay?
Well, we showed that when he was shooting that plea deeds in there.
Scared. Like, the Illuminati thing is a big united thing, but it's united through fear, basically, right? Because if one person comes out and says, oh, I'm going to tell, that person dies real quick. And then the other people look and go, ooh, I don't want to be the next one, right? But what they're saying about me, with the religious people there.
Okay, that's it. Now, here you go.
Now I want to show y'all what y'all seeing on the screen right there.
Hold on. Let me put you on where they can see you. You want them to see you?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
This Australian frail lizard looking thing right here. That's just they little descendants. If you ever watched Jurassic Park 1, remember when Samuel Jackson got ate by the was it Samuel? Was the white dude with the glasses that got ate? Yeah, that's kind of what they look. Just let me find it real quick. Give me a few minutes.
Nah, you're fine. So, people, RH bloodline, the reptilian humanoids. Man, they can do some things with their bodies that's unknown. That's where we see they throw a little smoke bomb, disappear, do some levitation. We'll be like, wow, how do you do that? You can sit up there and study all your life with the blueprint of how. You'll never be able to do it with the Holy Spirit, because that ain't nothing you should be doing.
Right.
All right. They're manipulating, using your power while you don't know it, while you all in awe. They're taking your power and manipulating it and doing whatever they need to do with it, because that's what type of children that these type of star seeds is. I ain't no starseed. I'm not from this realm, right? I'm a being. So are you. That's why you're here right now.
Right.
Again, we don't advertise. So you hear by the spirit of the aura, something gotcha, not even a share. It's not the share. It's the vibration of the power, what you ask for yourself and God, and he's letting you know he heard you.
Exactly.
So,
and they go against everything that God stands for, because God don't want to talk to them.
So don't. These creatures right here.
Go talk to your mama.
You be seeing some of these things like in the movies. It was just a show about, be careful where you step on, or if you break it. See, that's that horn that they would talk. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me come back. All right. You gonna hold it for him?
Oh yeah.
All right. Here you go. Go ahead.
And I'm finna show y'all these things from a video that I feel that's pretty authentic. Start over from the beginning. Now you seen what was on the screen.
Hold on one second. Yeah, I like it like that. Yeah,
All
up
right,
and
now
down.
you see what's on the screen, and I'll check the video. Replay it.
See that reptile?
Oh yeah, they've been beefing with the Lyrians too. That's why the dog species hate them.
Make sure you
Coming
send
out.
that to my page too,
Okay.
so they can
You
have
see it right there.
Yeah, I see him. Like a half monkey face.
Just like children, animals can't fake it.
So, brothers and sisters, as you can see, a lot of people got a lot of real clips of things if God told us the good stuff we can't fathom, you really think you can fathom wickedness? Like, think about that's right, Angel Roland, we don't belong here. The Bible looking pretty real when he said y'all foreigners here. Mm-hmm. We were sent down here to a draconian race of lizards and reptiles and mammals, which was angels. Now you see the story of God. Why they were jealous? They thought they were king. The Leo thought he was king. The gorilla thought he was king. The dragon Leviathans thought they was king and queen. Out come these puny ass naked humans. But none of them could do anything to us until we open up to them. See that? That's the real story of the Garden of Eden and the first man and woman, which is the perfected father and the perfected mother. Notice I didn't say holy. I said perfected. They left their spirit on high to ensure all things would go the way that it was supposed to go. But when they were down here, brothers and sisters, they were just perfect to a certain degree. And then when that perfection is left off, the Shekinah glory left both of them and went back to their rightful place. And that's where we have the mother and the father in spirit. You must worship the father and the mother in spirit. Then you get the truth. See what I'm saying? And so the scientists been telling us evolution. We ain't been seeing this right because of religion. And them two work together with the doctor. They all wear the same colors, black and white. Your pastor, checker suit, the black pants, white robe or coat. That's the doctor and the scientist. So all three of them are in cahoots to make you confused. But here I am showing you the power of the Most High with others. And y'all know it. You know me. But this for the new folks. And they got a question. What? No, ain't no way to question. Want to show another video? All right.
Just a talk.
Okay, go ahead. It's back to you, bro. They hear me all day. It's back to you.
Okay.
Who are from different places, winter time. When the setting of the Orion, it will dominate as a Draco constellation. That's where the reptilians they are from, who are called Chitauru. And then there's different aliens.
Yeah, let me show them, see which one man talking now.
Races. And these
Let them
different
see
races,
that guy.
they do hijack human beings.
All races talk. All the races talks about this, people.
The deeper
not just the smart guys.
It's instilled within
everybody
us,
that's wise in the
I've
spirit.
About the internal knowledge that is told externally. So they don't have internal power and internal knowledge. They try to find out how do we store this internal knowledge and straight vortex that is called the infinity in other words, or that is called the great Mukutulwane wa Mkutulwane, who's the great all-wise one, never been known, never been seen, yet has existence, the all-creator. So they want to know about the all-creator because they've made war against the great throne in the galactical epicenter of different galaxies. There's a throne of the great creator. And they've made war on that throne. And the wars are still continually. That is why we have Dra'Konian systems that dominate us, colonization, apartheid, and all these systems, because the systems exist through the power of those aliens. They do.
Yeah, and these systems that we live through, like the foundation of America with the Israelites that's here, that's been named all types of different things. We've been through so many different names, so many variations of who we are. That's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? First they was calling us, you know what I'm saying? They called Then they called us everything. Yeah, he's Zulu, Bantu, right? Bantu. And I'm gonna say that a lot of us are cut with African, but we're not cut with it in the way that they said the history of it was made, because African DNA and genetics are the strongest. You know what I'm saying? They carry the most genetic strands in their DNA. So it takes more than 300-400 years, even of continual, you know what I'm saying, sex with a different race to cut the genetics and the DNA out and make these different looking people, you know what I'm saying, with thinner noses, smaller lips, smaller heads, slender faces, you know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that it just goes back to biblical times, like I was saying in the last time I was on, when Moses found the promised land. This where it could have started with these lost tribes of blacks or native blacks or whatever you want to call yourself, African American. Moses traveled looking for the promised land, 40 years. Estimate of 40 years in the wilderness with the Israelites. They went from 120,000 to almost over 400,000. Generations upon generations being born while on the move in the wilderness, found the promised land, and Moses and his family was not allowed in. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you found the promised land in the east, like they say, then the only other place to turn away from the east of the promised land and go in the direction of is on west, because we know he's not going to go north and there's no south. South is every direction away from any point. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about geographical coordinates, and if you're any kind of flat earth theorist, then you know what I'm saying, you kind of can know that south is a bunch of baloney. So at the end of the day, when Moses left the promised land at the front, let the children, the Israelites and the children of God in, and he went in the opposite direction like God told him, because he was naive and disobedient, you know what I'm saying, he had to go west. There's only other one place you can go, and that's west. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, this small lost tribe of people coming from this one man family with his children and wives, that's what birthed this lost tribe, the Judah tribe. You know what I'm saying? These lost Israelites that wasn't allowed in, that come straight descendants from Moses, because Moses wasn't allowed in, so he couldn't stay in the east. That's why all the other tribes are around the east. A lot of the tribes still found their way to the west, though, because they're in the Caribbeans. These descendants of these people that God used as a vessel, these holy people, they don't want you to know you holy. That's why they go out their way to destroy. You know what I'm saying? They go out their way to infiltrate. The lizards want us. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Anunnakis want to aid. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that's not wicked, they want to aid us. You know what I'm saying? The Palladians go both ways. They like in between. You know what I'm saying? It's all because these covenants and these sins and these blasphemies that's against God and his children is cursing these aliens.
Y'all can hear now?
They can't hear me like that.
No, I think when you were moving around, it was cussing. It was cutting out the signal. How about now? Y'all hear everything fine now? Keep going.
But yeah, and that's what broke these covenants. Like the Bantu Zulu guy was saying that these covenants was broke because of genetic modifications through sex, you know what I'm saying, and through putting these diseases and putting their DNA now modern day through medicines and vaccines, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I was watching a video of somebody saying this why sex is, like BC said, we was given the right to hump and still be called righteous. And a lot of these people, these deep spiritual enlightened people that live on sex, on just the feeling of the flesh on flesh, not on the spiritualness of it to be fruitful and multiply the children of the Lord. They're doing it for every wrong reason. They love the feeling. So therefore, they have sex with an animal. They have sex with a man on man, woman on woman, even with a child. You know what I'm saying? Because they have no morals. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Be quiet. Go ahead. You go ahead.
They never implement. That was never a thing that the children of the Lord had their mind set out to do. So with the years and the generations and the millenniums rolling by, they just infiltrated us slowly but surely, because these lizards, like they say, live a long time. So they got time. You know what I'm saying? And they put these systems of sex, you know what I'm saying, and homosexual sex, mostly because they know it's not nothing against. I'm not homophobic. It's just the fact that homosexual sex in the eyes of the Lord is a blasphemous act, because you can't be fruitful. If you were born with a spirit of a person that doesn't match the gender, and the flesh is fighting the spirit, and you can still be a child of God. You still have to repent. But at the end of the day, these lizards love it because they know that we can't do that. It's covenants on us as well, that we can't have, a man cannot have a sex with another man and have a baby. So if they get everybody on one agenda, then that's just less people being born. That's less souls being put through these trials to come back to from whence they came, to be stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because this physical life that we living through, I feel like, personal opinion, is that it's just a test to strengthen the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because you finna be tested. It's like when, just like these lizards, if you get deep into them, they teach you about the lizards are be born, they let the babies go into the wilderness and they raise themselves to the 18. That's kind of how God do us as well, because he put us down here. We be born, we forget everything that we agreed upon, because that's just the laws of physics of life of being born. You're going to forget everything heavenly because you can't bring it here. You know what I'm saying? It can't physically break the barrier, the knowledge, the natural form of being a spirit being. None of it can be manifest in this realm, because this is the palace of the devil. This is for what you call the devil, the playground of this devil's playground. You know what I'm saying? So this is really, as beautiful as humans are, this is us disembodied, because I like being true forms with, when we standing with the Most High, is way more magnificent and perfected than what we think we are now. So that's why sex, getting back to sex, they try to make sex, they trying to get us to break like get us to sin in sex more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like sex is just the main ingredient of sin, because it causes other subcategories of sin. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it gets deep. I can go about this all day, because Brother BC enlightened me about a year and a half ago, and I just always felt a lot of this in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I always been a true believer of the Most High and in the Son. But it's just much more to it than just going to a church and, you know what I'm saying, and believing. And I always seen things in the sky. You know what I'm saying? I always seen stuff, mysterious things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like this battle between physical reality, life, and the afterlife. It's just a bit confusion, because I'm telling you, they are here to live a long life, because they don't have nowhere to go. They don't have nowhere to go. These lizards, these alien races, they don't have nowhere to go after death. That's why he was saying the vril is everything that they are. That's the battery pack for their body, because and the only way for them to keep their existence going is to shoot it into another person, go in through an eye, go around the frontal lobe, and it takes over your consciousness and your brain, and it pushes your soul out. Don't let the demonic possession movies fool you. You know what I'm saying? That's just kiddie stuff right there. That's why kids can watch it, because it's kiddie. It's not real. That's not what really happened. They're not going to show you that they taking people in the laboratories, and that they hijacking people, and that they cloning people, and they taking the true form of a person. They'll clone you, raise the clone up, which grows very fast, and they take your DNA, they take your organs, they take pieces of you that will once they grow these bodies, they put your organs into these other bodies, it won't reject them. It goes right with it, because it's you. It's just not what the Most High created. It's another version, you know, it's a replica. And they clone these people and they shoot these grills in them. And this how these aliens keep going, but over time they lose hair, they start to get skinny, they start to be disembodied, and ultimately come back to what they was, a green, scaly, walking on 2 feet, snake face being, you know what I'm saying? From the 10th gate.
For shits and giggles, how long you been woken?
If I can say I've been woken, like truly awakened, it's 2024. I say about going on 2 years, because I've been into mysterious things, but my mind used to wander far, and I was more into the evil because until I was into the good, and the good is not born. Like people think that the religious parts and the righteous parts of life are born, and it's not, because it's deeper than what people think. You know what I'm saying? To learn about God and just to learn about Jesus. If you just a Bible thumper, what you don't know, if you're a person that go to church every Sunday and listen to what these pastors hooping and hollering about, you have a whole universe of things to learn about Yahshua Mashiach. That'll take you to a whole nother place. You know what I'm saying? That put you on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Yahshua was here. When he went into the wilderness, he would say he was tempted by a snake, just like Eve. That wasn't no snake, man. It wasn't no snake. When they told Jesus that when Satan told Jesus he was finna be tempted, he was finna take him up and put him on a mountain and show him all the kingdoms of the world and the earth. He was really gathering him in a ship and taking him out of space and showing him the galaxy. But he lying, because he don't own the galaxy. He only owns the earth. That's his playground. He's deceiving. And you're gonna stay low. Your name. You know what I'm saying? You're not Lucifer no more. That's not his name. You know what I'm saying? And Yahshua came to.
Oh, snap. Wow, I ain't never been. Wow.
He came here to show us. He came here to show us things. Like the Zulu man was saying, the knowledge inside you. They just here to steal your soul. That's it. They here to figure out how to reconnect with the Most High for all the wrong reasons. They want to battle. They want to fight. And they don't want to have to fight here. That's why they trying so hard to break the firmament and get out the firmament. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to meet God, and the Lord is on his way back. He coming to wreck shop here. They trying to meet him in a more like, you know what I'm saying? I say out of space. We'll keep it on human terms. We'll keep it on lower terms, out of space. They trying to meet God out of space and have a galactic battle, because they know that they can use these elements just like Don Lucifer did back in the holy times. When he fell, he used things. The way he was able to put up a fight. Because you got to think, the Most High had to kick them out. They put up a fight with the Most High, with the one that we know that can snap his finger and abolish everything. These things, so things can coincide and line up the way they need to. So snapping his finger, like the guy I did on Avengers Endgame, is not an option. That's called that's making him a hypocrite, or that's making him be something that he cannot be, that he never knew and never was, and never will. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, this battle is gonna happen. What they call the rapture, what you call the apocalypse, end days is gonna happen. And for all of these civilians that's stuck in the matrix and stuck with this MK Ultra tapped in frequencies that they just don't see nothing, believe nothing, to hear nothing. No thing they worry about is fashion, sex, money, clothes, cars. You're gonna use cars You're gonna use car parts for everything other than driving a car. We're gonna use money to start fires. We're gonna use weapons to defend ourselves, not to be on Instagram dancing around with it and acting a fool and shooting your own people. Because at one point in time, when it all hits the fan, this race is gonna be out the question. It's gonna be about DNA, genetics, and it's gonna be about life forms. Spiritual battles is gonna happen in the physical realm. You know what I'm saying? So these things is coming. These lizards has got an ultimate goal is to bring the soul power down to a level to where they'll have a fighting chance to beat the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Most High put a covenant on a lot of us, because we just ain't gonna get right, and he can't just keep losing us back to back to back off of ignorance and stupidity. Man, I was taking on one of those Anunnaki ships to the Ruach HaKodesh to witness some of their experiments and tests they're doing. And when you and I believe you, because when you meditate deep and you astral project, it takes you to these places to get these answers, because your focus and your meditation is on point. You connecting and you seeking. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is to be seeked, and if you seek, you shall find. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's through the path of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of these people have to use drugs and DMT, mushrooms, LSD to try to travel to these places and get this knowledge and steal it. It's not about getting high, not for certain people. Some people get high and they go to these places and they don't know what's going on. They think they hallucinating. And no, you just went somewhere real. Your body is just a shell. Your soul is gone. Your soul is infinite, whether it's damned or whether it's redeemed. It's infinite. So therefore, like he said, they'll show you these things through astral projection and through meditation and deep meditation. That's what Yahshua was trying to teach us. All this boils back to my master. I don't speak on everybody else. I speak on mine, because I know he's real. I done asked and I received quick, but on time. So therefore, my master was trying to teach us when he was walking the earth how to get deeper in your spirit. It was never about trying to be like him, because he knew that wasn't possible. That was his whole duty of coming here, was to show us how to be in a likeness. But you can't be perfect, because being perfect will make you, it'll create an ego. Perfection is only for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So to be perfect will never be perfect. You don't have to be a saint, sanctified, holy saint, because at the end of the day, you have that connection with the Most High. You don't forfeit your soul power and your soul light that was gifted to you, that don't really even belong to you. It was gifted to you. You were elected. You were handpicked and chosen. You know what I'm saying? To come through these trials and tribulations. And you can't say that it was, and they call it a trap and a curse, but you get down here and you love it. People love everything they don't love. They're not supposed to love. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, don't call it a curse. It's he giving you something that he knew that you would have liked. He giving you a choice. He giving you a choice to not be a servant, because we're not angels. You know what I'm saying? Angels don't hold the same duty as the children. We have free will thinking. We was given something we didn't have to develop. That's just because the Most High, he got that much faith in us. And that's just what it all boils down to. You can get into it deep. You can keep it religious and basic, but it's always more to know. And that's what the Christian religious people need to know, that it's more than just going to church and praising. You doing the same thing the Roman Catholic doing. They getting people to come in there so they can get prayed for by a person that ain't holy, that ain't sanctified. If you admit that you're not holy and sanctified and actually get yourself connected with the Most High, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if you was or not, but you deceiving, you doing things in the dark, and the Lord hates when people hide in the dark, because he gonna shed light on it. And these pastors, a lot of them, they'll do a lot of promiscuous things in the dark. and they praying over you, and they don't even know who they praying to. They just calling out names. And some of them ain't going home and praying at all. They're cursing you. Oh, he thought I was finna pray for him. I see.
Say it again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why your blessings ain't coming, because you're doing the same thing that the Grecians taught us to do. They go to a man, a stranger, and get prayed for. Tell him confess all your sins to a man, and then he'll pray. He'll deliver your message. No, you ain't the master. You ain't Yahshua. You ain't nobody. You probably a child molester. Probably kidnap kids, and you probably do some of the worst things known to man on earth. Talking about you praying for the children of God. Nope.
All right, we're gonna cut that right there, and we might be back on. So you know, it's your boy, Soul Brother in Righteousness, B.C.D.I. Vet Root with the dong, and all the way up, Jay. Shalom, Baraka, everybody. We might be on a little bit later.